we at with it?
I got fired from all them banks.
She got fired, y'all.
Every last one of them. And after I got fired from the third one, because I went to one afterwards. Me and banking have a love-hate relationship. After I got fired from the third one, and I never got fired for like stealing or nothing. Let's
right. You want to be a mortgage broker?
Yeah,
right?
I never got fired for stealing. It was nothing like that.
That's the one thing my mom told me: become a cashier because you always have a job, but don't steal because then you won't ever have a job.
When I got fired from the third one, this mortgage company called me, and I'm not gonna say what mortgage company it was because it sucked. But they were like, we have this program where we'll pay for you your license. We'll pay for you to like get trained as a loan officer. And I'm like,
oh, you don't want to get their name because they might still be offering that to people. Well, y'all Google it.
They're not.
Oh, okay.
Because I check. Because, you know, I'm not a gatekeeper. Like, if I know you
say it again.
I'm not a gatekeeper. If I know where you get your license for free and they're going to pay you, I'm going to tell you.
This is why this is
cascade off on them.
Please.
Guess whose money ain't your money?
There.
Exactly.
But they're not offering that program anymore.
Okay.
But I went through their program. They paid for, like, it was paid training to learn the mortgage industry, learn all the laws, and then take the test. Then pay, like, then you're a loan officer. And I was like, all right, bet. But once I started working for them, it was just like, I didn't know what a loan officer did, but I knew I didn't want to do that. Like, it was a call center. Like, I got ADHD. I can't sit in this little cubicle all day and press the button and get hung up on, hey, you want to refi your mortgage? No, fuck off. Okay. And that's what I did for 12 hours a day. And then I quit and went back to banking. The fourth bank I worked at, got fired from there. And the mortgage company called me again and was like, hey, you want to come back? And I'm like, sure. Weird timing because I kind of do want to come back. I just got fired. I ain't got nowhere else to go. So yeah, I'll come back. I went back and they fired me like 3 days in and was like, you're not performing well. I was like, we in orientation. I ain't even do nothing yet.
I didn't even get a chance to do
I didn't get a chance to do yet. They're like, you know, you're not being productive. It's like, I really did not do anything. Like, I take accountability.
I guess you wasn't enthusiastic enough for
I
that.
was like, I've been here before. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, they're like, you're not participating. In what? We're doing documents. Like, y'all are copying our IDs. This is day 3. I started on a Monday. I was out by Wednesday. What did I do? But anyway. What did I do? So yeah, they fired me. And I think they called me back just so they could get revenge, like, fire me because they didn't get to fire me before.
So it was like, come back.
Yeah, come back so we can fire you.
Right.
Like, whatever. If that's what help y'all sleep.
I want one up on you.
So when I left there, I was like, I want to be in the mortgage industry somehow, but I don't want to be a call center loan officer. So I was like in between like the whole call center loan officer thing. I was doing credit repair, charging people like $150 to write dispute letters. Big scam, but I'm that's literally what credit repair people do.
And you can find the
you know what?
It was write dispute letters.
Well, they just fill in the blanks on the template.
On the template that they found on Google. But I wasn't just doing that. I was genuinely looking at people's credit reports and like helping them like, hey, this is what you need to do. Pay this down. Bring your utilization down. So I wouldn't say I was scamming people, but it was like I wasn't just writing dispute letters.
Right, you took your job.
Yeah, I was actually telling people how to help their credit.
That's why God will bless you.
So I wanted to do something like that. And I was like, I want to teach people how to build their credit, save money, buy a house, all that stuff. Like take all my years of experience as a banker, a loan officer, and everything that I know. I want to do something like that. But I didn't know the name for it. So I was like, let me just start my own business and, you know, reach out to companies and see if I could just come and start doing seminars teaching them about credit and stuff. And as I'm like doing my research, trying to build this whole little business plan, I saw on Indeed that a company was hiring for a housing counselor. And I read the description and it was literally what I was trying to build a business for. And I was like, oh. Let me go apply for them. But again, I didn't go to college. So they had two requirements. I had to have a bachelor's degree, and I had to have
experience.
I didn't have a degree, and I had to have a HUD certification. And I was like, I ain't got neither of them, but fuck it, I'm gonna apply anyway. And I applied.
Big Aries energy. Big Aries energy, because that's my mama all day.
I ain't never do it, but I can.
Literally went to the.
I think I can though.
I went into the interview like that.
I tell people all the time, I learned about manifestation through my mama. And she don't even know that she's been manifesting her whole life.
Everything.
It's just Aries energy. Go ahead.
Everything. So I got to the interview and they took my phone and was like, here, no calculators, do this.
Calculation.
The test. And I looked at her, I said, ma'am, I'm not good at math. Like, math is not my strong suit. Believe it or not, my whole career is built around numbers and math, and I hate it. I hate the math part. But I answered what I could, and
it was enough to get you in there.
They looked at that paper and they were like, you didn't answer any of the questions. I said, nope, I didn't.
Wait, what?
And then they looked at my resume and they were like,
but you got enough credentials and experience behind you that...
And we can teach you.
They were like, you don't have a bachelor's degree. I said, I sure don't. Like, what do you want me to, like, what do you want me to explain?
Because, oh my God, I feel like we're going to church right now because there's literally memes that go around and say that God's not asking you what qualifications you have.
None.
God is asking you what you want.
Right.
Show up.
I said,
do you have faith in me?
Basically. And I was like, yeah, sure do. But yeah, I was like, I don't have a degree. I was like, do you have a HUD certification? I don't even know what that is. But if you tell me how to get it, I could go get it.
Right.
And they told me, they were like, well, you know, we have some other candidates that we're going to interview and we'll let you know. They called me the next day and was like, when can you start?
Yeah, because you probably had the most experience out of everybody else.
Even though I didn't have housing counseling experience.
And the audacity to show up.
Yeah. And sit there and tell you,
right.
I don't have half of the stuff that y'all asking me for.
What God has for you, baby, can't nobody.
You can't take it from me.
I knew that's what, I didn't even, when I met you and you did your spill at the event that I went to, you didn't even go that deep into it. As far as being, I think you did say you had been fired, but
like,
you didn't go deep into the whole process of, I didn't have this, I didn't have that. I showed up as I am. This is something that I wanted to do, and I feel like Black and brown people, because this is a show for Black and brown people to discuss issues that matter to us, no judgment zone, but I feel like Black and brown people, that's something that we need to see, someone like you.
Just show up.
Show up.
They either going to say yes or they going to say no.
Right. And if they say no, all right, back to the drum board.
Or they're going to tell you, like, this is what you need to do. This is how you need to do it. And then, therefore, I think the scary part for most of us is not knowing what we need to do or thinking something is so out of our reach. And in all actuality, all it's going to do is you talking to the right person, God first, talking to the second good person, which is whoever is it. What did we say? You. And then like it used to be you're only like what 6 degrees away from.
No, you're like 2 degrees.
Now with social media, with talking to people, you're
closer than you think to everything.
Right. Deja, I think
you're
so
one
much
person away from knowing
show.
Everybody else. I feel like
right. But I thank you so much for coming on the show because this your inspiration. Very informative and very inspirational. Before we get into, do you have another question besides last impression? Before we get into our last impression, we want to ask you one more question.
Okay.
I need some chicken because y'all, I've been on a 2-day fast and then I decided to start drinking. Why did I do that? What say you? Alright, so I'm your friend.
My best.
I'm your
soulmate.
Right. And then also, I've been dating this guy for like a year now. Mm-hmm. It's going on a year and his lease is about to be up.
And it's getting cold out.
Right.
Homosexuals is all around.
Right. But no. He like that. He got his shit together. But his lease is about to be up, and you know, my lease is good for at least another 6 months. And he says, why don't we buy a house together? Now we're not married. We haven't talked about marriage, and he ain't putting no ring on it. But baby,
it ain't even going on.
Whose name is it going in?
We haven't discussed that, but do you recommend home buying with a boyfriend versus a spouse? And he's my man, that's my man. But he hasn't asked, we haven't even talked about marriage. He hasn't proposed, nothing like that. But his lease is about to be up. I've been in my lease for about 3 years, let's say. And he's saying, well, let's buy a house. Let's not move in together. Let's buy a house together. Would you recommend that? And if you recommend that, what type of parameters would you go by?
Even with married couples, I say one person should go in alone.
Only one person?
And this is another one of my hacks. So especially if y'all both never owned a home, buy one. I probably shouldn't be saying this, but buy one with first time home buyer program. Technically, the husband or the wife, one of y'all.
Now you know we gonna repost this because this is information.
Girl, one person benefits from the first time home buyer program once, gets that free money, and then the other one, a couple years down the line, buy another house, get that free money because that person technically never bought a house.
But I thought with most of those first time home buyers, like you have to live in those homes for a certain amount of time.
New Jersey is 5 years.
So you had to live separate from your spouse.
No, you can live in there
together. She's just saying that in 5 years, you buy another property.
Oh, okay. In 5 years,
and then use that first one as an investment.
Child.
So you get a starter home and then you get your real house.
Mm-hmm.
You build up your equity and get your real house.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all better subscribe to Sip and Discuss it because this is the type of stuff we be giving y'all. That was gold.
See, now y'all gotta worry about, should I go on a mortgage with my boyfriend? No, you shouldn't. Not because y'all not married, but because
it doesn't make fun. It's not fiscally responsible.
Yeah. So even if we was married, you wouldn't recommend us going on the same loan.
Only one person. And
only
then
one person.
On top of that, it's like, with both of your income, so the lender is only going to qualify what that one person can afford. So they're going to use his income to determine what y'all can afford. He can afford by himself. What his mortgage payment will be. What his max mortgage payment will be.
Which is going to be lower than if it's two incomes.
Right. So that would be like, that would help you guys, like in the back of your head, you're going to contribute to the mortgage. But at least, God forbid, if he loses his job, you still have your job.
Right.
You can still
pay that mortgage because that's who they was
for.
Yo, that's good knowledge right there. That's excellent. Thank you for sharing that. I never thought about it like that. So when I get my man,
Listen,
my man.
I'm a mortgage finesser.
I thought she said she was. I thought I heard something. I was gonna say, you really are people. I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Mortgage finesser.
I thought she said I'm a witch.
I'm a witch. Not today. Maybe next week. So much for coming on. Tell us your handle on Instagram and all your social media platforms. My business one where I keep it professional is Dej the Home. If you want to see some weird ratchet shit, Rich Auntie Dej. Rich Auntie Dej. Oh, that's I give all the kids $1.